My name is David Siddons and I'm president of the David Siddons Group, and for the next 15 to 20 minutes I'm going to walk you through our 2024 best resale condos in Miami. Every year we do this kind of report and we go into detail, but what we do on top of just listing the buildings is we get into the numbers. We'll take you to the dollar per square foot, we'll take you how much they appreciated, and we'll even outline what we like as the best line in the building to give you some granular information. At the same time, through the neighborhoods, we'll try and add a little bit more information, including maybe some of the resale and the new product that is coming into the market. That's the new construction. So this is the best resale condos in Miami. And as I sit here in one of our listings, we're going to move from place to place, showcasing this exceptional unit, which is in one of the best buildings in Miami. So let's get started. So let's start our way going from south all the way to north. We're going to choose one building per neighborhood, and we're going to start with Coconut Grove. And the best resale building in Coconut Grove is Park Grove. Now, the appreciation of these buildings, you've got Grove at Grand Bay that appreciated 88%. Park Grove has appreciated 70%, but there are specific lines that have appreciated even more. Why do we love Park Grove so much? Quite simply, it's very walkable. It's within one block to the heart of Coconut Grove. You've got 5 acres or around 5 acres of land. You've got extreme privacy. You've got a very high level of service delivered by one of the best developers in Miami, which is David Martin, Terra Group. We have a video covering Terra Group, and we have specific video covering the neighborhood of Coconut Grove. What do you expect to pay? Anywhere between $1,700 to $3,300 a square foot for units in Park Grove, and it very much depends on the unit that you're looking for. Additionally, what is the best line? Well, the preferred line is the A line, but really you can't go wrong with many of the lines because they have great views, but most certainly the preferred building is Tower 1 if you can get a unit there. That's the best resale building in Coconut Grove. What's going to be the best new building in Coconut Grove? Well, there's several competitors. Vita, Four Seasons, and there's another project coming soon, and a Mr. C opening up in May 2024. Our favorite for brand new construction, well, it's too hard to say. It's a toss-up, it depends on budget, but I really like Vita. Now let's move on up the coastline. So now we move into Brickell. What's the best building in Brickell? Well, in our opinion, it's the Four Seasons. It's been around for a few years, but it's still exceptional, and that's why it carries the highest dollar per square foot in sale price that's been currently achieved in the market. There, for a prime line facing directly on the water, the E or the F, you're going to be paying somewhere around $1,400 to $1,600 a square foot. It's an exceptional building, even though it's a little bit older. I would like to make an honorable mention, however, to the Santa Maria, which is also an excellent building, and Carbonell, which is on Brickell Key, which has the lowest dollar per square foot of any building in Brickell. What is there coming? So much, but my preferred choice for new construction is without a doubt Mandarin, which is going to set a new bar when it comes to luxury in Brickell. Now, let's move up to downtown. And now we move up to downtown, and we're actually in downtown as we film this at 1000 Museum, which is our top choice for downtown Miami. This building has 2 floor plans, the O1 and the O2. These are very large units. They're around 4,600 square feet. They're exceptional, primary living, elevated homes in the sky, and the views are incredible. What we like about this building are the finishes. It's exceptionally well done. Now, Sahada Did, who sadly passed, was the architect behind this. It has stunning architecture, and to look at the building from the outside is quite something. But inside, it gets even better. I've never seen a building deliver from a developer the level of finish that this managed to achieve. And still today, it's an exceptional product. It has a helipad, a plethora of services, including an indoor pool, and you can expect to pay somewhere between $1,500 and $1,600 a square foot for an O1 or an O2 line. Now, let's take you up the coastline a little bit further into Edgewater. So now I bring you into Edgewater. Edgewater, located just above downtown, has an array of newer buildings that look out over the Biscayne Bay. And our favorite building in Edgewater is Elysee. Much like 1000 Museum, you have an O1 or an O2 line, large floor plans split down the middle. In this building, you can expect to pay between $1,000 to around $1,500 a square foot. Certainly more though towards the 1,000 than the 1,500. And again, in this building, you've got a boutique nature, you've got some good services, and definitely you've got a lifestyle with a view that's very hard to beat when you get to newer buildings in other neighborhoods. An honorable mention to the new building in the neighborhood, which is Villa. Villa, not that different from Elysee in terms of the format. Again, large units, split straight down the middle, and again, much like 1000 Museum, brought you with the same developers in mind, a helipad on the roof. So now I'm going to take you out of the mainland, and we're going to jump across to the beach to South of 5th and see what the best building in South of 5th is. So now we're in South of 5th, a very famous neighborhood when it comes to luxury condos, and there's always been what's considered a good amount of choice in this neighborhood. But our favorite building still remains Continuum. This is an irreplaceable product, and it's a shining example of what we mean by luxury that cannot be replicated. Sitting south of 5th, you have 2 towers. Our preferred tower is 100 South Point. Now, given the variable dynamics of these buildings, dollar per square foot can range enormously from $2,000 a square foot up to $4,500 a square foot. But if you want the prime lines, you can look at the O3s in 100 South Point, you can look at some of the O2s and O1s. These are views directly overlooking the cut, where you see Fisher Island, you see the open bay, and you see the boats through Carnival cruise liners coming up through the canal. Why do we love this building so much? Well, it just provides everything. With so many acres of land, much like the other best buildings, it has an incredible array of services with an outside restaurant, with tennis, with an incredible gym, which feels like, that you might find in a resort, and a lot of other services too. This is our South of 5th pick. We will give an honorable mention to buildings like Apogee, which is more boutique, located right next door, but ultimately, Continuum is the one we pick. Sadly, nothing new to choose from south of 5th. For that, we're going to take you up the coast. Now I'm going to jump you further up the beach, all the way to the north side of Miami Beach, to 87 Park. This is the last parcel before you get into Surfside. Now you may think, you've just missed out the whole of South Beach. Well, there is honorable mentions for Fiona and the addition in South Beach, and there's a number of amazing new projects coming into the South Beach area, like the Shore Club. But right now, for my pick, if I want ultra luxury, I go 87 Park. Again, another incredible project developed by Terra Group. This is the same people that bought you Park Grove, 5 Park, and a number of other top-level projects in Miami. I love this building. I like the O2 line. I like the combinations of the O2 and O6, but we like the O2 most because it has that incredible south view overlooking the park, which can't be replicated. Quite an exceptional building. Again, the trades vary anywhere between $2,000 and $3,200 a square foot, but you've got to look closely because there's quite a range of value depending on what line you want to go for. Right next door, honorable mention as we move into Surfside, a new project is coming, DeMac. We don't know much about that yet, but we will be bringing you news on that project as it breaks. Now, let's move a little bit more north as we head into Surfside and we get to one of the top most expensive dollar per square foot buildings in the whole of South Florida. So now I bring you up to Surfside, and guess what? Yes, it's the Four Seasons Surfside, which we have as our top luxury pick for this neighborhood. It's really not hard to see why. It's appreciated 86%, which is absolutely staggering. So yes, now I take you into the most expensive dollar per square foot condo in the whole of Miami, and in fact the whole of South Florida. And this is the Surfside Four Seasons. But why do we love this so much? And why is this building appreciated 86%? Well, quite simply, it is once again the formula that I talk about so often, that is perfection when it comes to delivering an asset that will appreciate and do well that everyone wants. Resort living at scale. This is so significant. This is a very large footprint which has gyms and pools, an incredible four-season service, restaurants that are just Michelin star level, there's many of them, and of course, views out to the ocean. This is quite exceptional. An 86% appreciation in value over the last 5 years. And what do we like? Well, of course, the corner units, the O1s and the O2s. Those are the exceptional ones. But now you're talking dollar per square foot ranging anywhere between 4,000 to unbelievably a new record 6,300, which was just achieved only a few weeks ago. We love this building, but if this is too rich for your budget, maybe you want to go a little bit further north as we move into Bal Harbour. So now as we move into Bal Harbour, we're going to look at the two best buildings in this neighbourhood. And the best building for us is Oceana. Now St. Regis is the second best. It has appreciated more at 56% over the last 5 years. Oceana has appreciated a little bit less, but in fact there are examples of the O1 line that has appreciated very, very well and significantly more than the average. Once again, it's the southeast corners that we love. These are the big units, they're the 4-bedroom units that really, really attract. But the O3 lines are also exceptional. Why do we love this building? Once again, incredible service with many acres. The frontage is spectacular. The pool area may be one of the most beautiful of any condo in Miami. So what do you expect to pay to be in this building? Somewhere between $2,500 and $4,000 a square foot. You could blend it out somewhere in the high 2,000s, maybe $3,000 a square foot. Again, we'll put more of the details and statistics below. Now, leaving Bal Harbour, moving north, we're going to go into Sunny Isles. Now I'm going to take you up into Sunny Isles. Sunny Isles, traditionally a second home market on the sand, some of the most beautiful beaches, but very different and very opposite to areas like Coconut Grove, which are more primary. However, it has the sand, it has the beach, and Sunny Isles actually gives you a lot of bang for your buck when you want a beachfront condo. And what is our favorite in Sunny Isles? It's the new residences at Aquilina. Again, a building that lives on a massive footprint. You have a huge array of services and amenities. The Aquilina name stands behind it. You have an incredible restaurant right in the middle, and very importantly, a ton of services. Pool, gym, spa. The list is just endless, and the finishes are very, very high. Dollar per square foot, somewhere in the $22, $23 to $2,500 a square foot range. Again, southeast corners, always preferred. The O1 line, the O2 line, but big units. These are not small units. These are big units, and again, you're looking at trades anywhere between $9 million and $16 or $17 million. This is really quite something, a beautiful building and a lot of bang for your buck if you want beachfront, but you don't want to pay Miami Beach prices. Now we're going to jump into several of the Miami islands to finish off this report. And now we're going to go into Fisher Island. Fisher Island, one of the most expensive zip codes in the whole of Miami, and an exceptional little island with some absolutely stunning buildings. Every year, Fisher Island condos hit the top dollar per square foot in Miami, and the top buildings, Palazzo della Luna and Della Sol, always enter in the top 20. Why do we love these so much? Well, they're the newer buildings on the block. They're beautifully done, incredible views, large terraces, but it is pricey. This is not for the faint-hearted. But if you want island living that is at its best, you don't just want a resort experience, you want a country club experience with golf, with tennis, with your own beach, with your own restaurants. The services are incredible, and these two buildings offer a ton of options. Once again, you're talking $4,000 a square foot, can even be a little bit more. This is for those who want privacy. Now, outside of that, there is a new building coming to Fisher Island, Fisher 6, which is all the benefits of the other buildings. We did an independent review of this. You can actually watch it by clicking below and seeing that information. But this is the newer version of Della Sol and Della Luna, with more modern terraces, with glass railings throughout, and an incredible level of services and amenities, which is double that of its previous competitors. So now we've covered Fisher Island, let's move to our final spot, Key Biscayne. So now we come full circle and I'm back to where I started. We're going to finish with our final neighborhood, which is Key Biscayne. Again, another island, this one connected to the mainland by a causeway. It comes and enters into Brickell, so it's located very close to Brickell. This neighborhood, if you don't know it, is again island living. They have their own school, their own police force, they have the beach, they have the yacht club, they have tennis, they have golf. There has a lot of services and it is a beautiful island. It's a lot of houses, there's a few condos, and there's only one real condo right now that stands out, and that is another Oceana. It is the sister to the Oceana in Bal Harbour. They almost look identical. Again, two towers, much the same. You're looking at what's the preferred line? The southeast corner, the 01 line. The opposite corner is equally good. And much like Bal Harbour, you can't even go wrong with the 03s either because they're through flow units and you get incredible ocean views and intercoastal views, much like you do in Bal Harbour. And dollar per square foot, you're floating somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000 a square foot, and it really depends on the line and the unit that you're going for. And it has, much like the Bal Harbour building, appreciated extremely well, but it's actually even appreciated better than Bal Harbour. It's appreciated 41% in the last 5 years, and it will continue to move up as there is no other competition on the island. It's on the beach, beautiful pool, again incredible service. This is the best building for Key Biscayne. There is a new building that will come to Key Biscayne very early. I am aware, I can't disclose the details of it. If you want to know more, you can give me a call. This actually sums up our entire capsulation of the best resale condos in Miami. What we've endeavored to do here is to give you an understanding and appreciation of every neighborhood, because I do appreciate that your personal needs and taste will be determined by your lifestyle. And there is no exact perfect neighborhood. It just depends if you want to be in the city, if you want to be on the beach, if you want to be in a village environment. It all depends on what you need, and of course it also depends on budget. So at the end of this, please read the blog article that is accompanying this. It will rank your dollar per square foot from the most expensive to the least expensive as you go through the neighborhoods. We continue to analyze these neighborhoods, not just by individual condos, but the entire spectrum of what's available to you in the market. And on top of that, as I've mentioned the new condo construction, we've also analyzed all the new condos as well. It is a line-by-line conversation. We have direct communication with the developers. We are analysts. I'm an economist and a demographer, which means I study the demographic behaviors. And very importantly, we know these buildings, we know these units, we know these lines. Every unit tells a story. I hope this has been useful, and I hope that if you are looking for a resale condo in Miami at the luxury level, you will pick up the phone and give me a call. I will give you the information you need, I'll give you the data you need, I'll give you my 20 years experience and tell you all about the different options out there, and I may be able to expose you to some off-market deals that you won't find on the MLS. Thank you for watching, and I hope you tune in for another David Siddons Group video coming soon.